it's Jen with the Nifty Thrifty Lady, and today we are going to talk about Monday meal prep. And now you are seeing this on a Tuesday because I needed to video this on the Monday that I prep my food. For me, Monday meal prep is kind of different every week. There is basically categories that I like to have prepped every Monday, but the thing that I'm prepping is different. Those categories are one after school snack. I also like to have one type of lunch meal ready. And for that, we may not eat it the whole week, but it's something that I can pop in my freezer and then use as a resource for a busy lunch date down the road. And I also like to have my water ready to go. We have a Brita container, and normally we have to fill that up every day, but on Mondays it always seems to be empty, and I don't know why. And I also like to make one thing of tea, sweetened, unsweetened, flavored, it doesn't really matter, but something other than water for our fridge. And also I cut up any fruits and veggies that would need cut up for meals or to snack on. And that about does it. We don't do a bunch of meal prep on Monday, but it's so nice to have certain things done. Now, this video is also a little different because I'm doing a lot less meal prep than I would normally because it's the week before Thanksgiving, and we're trying to get everything that is going to go bad or that we can use up out of our fridge so we can save room for all that deliciousness that we're going to be eating off of and making lots of wonderful leftover meals with. So let's go ahead and jump in to my menu this week and look at what I'm going to be prepping. Alright guys, so this is my menu. If you have followed me before, you know that this is not familiar, that we meal plan on a monthly basis. So I sit down 2 days before the beginning of a new month and I write down everything. Now, I wanted to show you, because this week is really a great week of giving myself a lot of grace in my meal plan. One of the bigger questions I get when we're talking about meal planning is, how do you stick with what you put down? I don't always stick with what I put down. And like I said, this week is a perfect example. So for breakfast, it starts with breakfast. Let's just put it that way. I had eggs and veggies, waffles, eggs and toast, oatmeal, and pancakes. Well, at the beginning of the month, I tried a new baked oatmeal recipe from budgetbites.com. Everybody loved it. It is super simple to make, and it feeds my family for like 3 days. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be making that, and we are going to be eating baked oatmeal until Friday. And on Friday, we will probably have some freezer pancakes or freezer waffles that we were supposed to have then. Basically, even though I'm not sticking with my menu, I'm still using things that I have on hand that I'm not purchasing from the grocery store. So that's one tip. You don't have to follow what's on there, but don't go out and purchase things just to make a meal. Look what you have so that way you can just substitute. For lunches, another moment of grace for my schedule here. On Sunday, for these videos that I will be posting every day this week, I made a really, really delicious sausage and lentil soup. And it was a huge pot, and I'm actually going to end up freezing some of it, but I'm also going to have it for leftovers for lunch on Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, it just depends. One thing that I am meal prepping today is our pizza muffins, and they're super simple. My boys love them, and I can throw these in lunches for school or have them for lunches at home. The chicken salad will probably also not be made because there just really doesn't need to be a reason for it. We have a lot of leftovers, and I'll probably just use these freezer soups that I had on this day. And finally, for dinner, it is a miracle. I should knock on wood because I feel like if I don't knock on wood, this is not going to happen. But we are home every night this week except for Wednesday. We have basketball. So because of that, I'm not going to do very much meal prep at all for the dinners because I actually really love having a fresh cooked meal, like prepared the same day, but it can't always happen. And I know that. So to save money and not eat out, I do a lot of prep ahead. So this week is a little different, but I thought it would be a great week to just give you a glimpse into the things that I do make. One of the things I suggest is when you are meal prepping is to just put it all out on your counter, because I am like the queen of forgetting to actually do one of my meal preps. I write it all down on a list and then I forget to check it off, or I forget to go back and look at it. So I just put it out on my counter. So here are the ingredients for the muffins, pizza muffins we're making. It's really simple. I don't even use like pepperonis or veggies. I just put cheese on top of English muffins with some marinara sauce. And this marinara from Aldi is like our guilty pleasure. For our after school snack, we are making, I am making Rice Krispie treats. This is our pitcher for our tea. It's just really simple. And then I am prepping 2 lemons and a lime for water. And here is that Brita pitcher that just never wants to stay filled, which I guess is a good thing, but some days I'd like to not have to refill it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is basically a routine that I do is I just turn on my burners and go ahead and get my tea ready. So that's going to go in the burner, and I'm going to grab my pitcher, and my tea is really simple. It's just some type of tea bag. I'm using regular Lipton tea today. I put 4 of those in, and then I pour in a whole hot tea kettle, and then that's it. Just let it go ahead and brew itself. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get all of the stuff ready for the Rice Krispie treats. I don't know about you, but for Rice Krispie treats, I wing it. I know it calls for like half a cup of butter, and I just put whatever I want in there. I'm not gonna lie. My kettle is being loud right now. I just put whatever I want. Because I feel like Rice Krispie treats are like a really forgiving type of after school snack. So then one thing that I do to clean my lemons is put in basically, the ratio it's water and vinegar, and the ratio is 10 to 1. I fill it up and then put some vinegar in it. And then I take my, where is it at? There it is, guys. I take my little scrub brush. This is from the dollar store. It was really cute, and I needed one because my old one was very nasty, even after I put it through a dishwasher. And I scrub them off and then put them in a glass container. So I'm going to let this soak. So my butter is melting beautifully. And then we're going to put in, a whole bag of marshmallows, because I think that's what the normal recipe calls for. I get my marshmallows from Aldi. I get a lot of my pantry staples from Aldi, I won't lie. I just think that they're a great place to get your everyday low price. So Aldi is kind of been my go-to place, and I shop there once a month, which is another great thing because I know what I'm going to need for the month. I shop there once a month because it's not in a very convenient location, at least our Aldi's isn't. So if you've never made a Rice Krispie treat before, you just melt the butter and the marshmallows together and then dump them over 6 cups of rice cereal. And they're delicious. You can get really fancy. Every year at Christmas, I make peanut butter chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats. My family loves them, but for everyday school, after school snacks, we get normal Rice Krispie treats around here. You do want to stir this pretty much consistently because burnt marshmallow is not a good thing. And this is what I like. I like kind of getting things that are going to take a little longer going and then doing the things that you kind of really have to concentrate on. Speaking of, I want to go ahead and preheat my oven to 375 because I'm going to bake the pizza muffins for the lunches and then I actually just freeze them and let them thaw out the night before, throw them in lunches and heat them up. It is such a convenient meal. All right, so this is just about where we want it. Man. All right, and these are like Rice Krispie treats are my go-to snack for schools too. If your kids need to take a school, because they're so quick and easy, and just about everybody can eat them. All right, let's move on over. So I have a 4-cup measuring cup, and I just fill this baby up 1.5 times. Try not to make a mess while you're doing it. My tea is almost done. I can hear it back there getting ready. It's getting ready to go. Dump in this loveliness. Coat all the Krispies. And I'm not expecting you not to know how to make these, guys. I'm just showing you what I do, how long it takes me, and all of that goodness. But if you've never made Rice Krispie treats before, it's really simple. Then you just pour them in a big old pan. Once they're all nice and coated, and I need to probably get a spatula for this. It's what I normally use. And if you see all that on the end, don't worry. I promise you that your kids will just love that all up. This is like the first after school snack. Pick the Rice Krispie treats off the bowl. All right. I'm gonna grab a spatula. And then one of the tricks I've learned with the Rice Krispie treats, or anything that really kind of needs to be formed, so granola bars, is find a pan that fits inside of your pan, and then just start pressing down with this. You want to put parchment paper in between, obviously, something in between. But doing this, it's kind of like a rolling pin. Works really, really well to get everything kind of flattened out for you. And you can just press all of those edges down in there, like so. Wax paper would probably work a little bit better because it's a little bit more stickier, but I use what I've got, and I don't actually have any wax paper at the moment. And there you go. You've got pretty decently pressed Rice Krispie treats with not a lot of effort. And you can just kind of mix up the edges if you like. And so your after school snack is done in less than really 5 minutes. Now my tea was done. And like I said, I have my tea, put it right in here. I've never had an issue. Somebody asked me if I put hot 2 minutes, and then I pour it straight into here, and I put my timer on for 7 minutes, and I think it makes like the most perfect tea. And we drink it unsweetened most of the time. Okay, so this is with my lemon and limes. Basically, it's, like I said, 10 parts of water to 1 part of vinegar, and I just rub these off with a little brush. And some people say they can taste the vinegar, some people can't. I know some people wash them with dish soap or like a one of those organic, all-natural soaps. I feel like I can taste that more than I can the vinegar, because vinegar, once it dries, really kind of evaporates. But, you know, and some people don't even use anything to take it. They just clean them off and say, I am done. And honestly, that's how most restaurants do it. When I was working in the restaurant industry, that's basically what we did. We washed them really, really well, cleaned them, and that is how you got your lemon. I don't even really let them dry. I just take them over, cut them, and put them in a container and pop them in the fridge. So I am just going to use the small little container that I use to press in the Rice Krispie treats from. And guys, I am, like, that's the one thing about watching all of the food recipes and like the Food Network, is that it doesn't have to be fancy and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get done. And so I don't do very many special things unless I'm entertaining. I just cut them in fourths. And it works so well. Like, my family likes really simple meals, and I love that about them. So they're fine with pizza every night. I'm not fine with pizza every night. But I try to feed them very healthy when we can, but they also love just really simple things. I mix my lemons and limes because, again, simple. It doesn't matter. I put them all in there. I usually put 2 in a drink, and I have that in the morning. And then if I have flavored water throughout the week, I'll just use whatever I have on hand and cut that up. So my lemons and limes are done. So I told you I was a fan of easy and simple. I always line my cooking sheets, baking sheets with foil, because cleanup is very easy when you do that. This is going to be my pan for the pizza muffins, and I'm going to assemble one and then fast forward it through so that way you don't have to watch the repetitiveness of it. These go into the oven. This is the tea, and I just pull the tea bags out and drain it, and then the tea is done. So since I kind of do this all in one fell swoop, I do save my dishes to do all at once. So if there's something in the oven that I'm cooking, like chicken, or if I'm cooking like the pizza muffins, they're going to take like 8 to 10 minutes to cook. I am going to go ahead and do my dishes, load my dishwasher. I already went ahead and wiped off my counter. Yes, I'm a Clorox girl. Sorry. And then basically from there, it's really simple to package everything up and be done with your Monday meal prep. I thought I would, while my pizza muffins were cooking, this is just a little behind the scenes, and it's so sunny, like it's very, very reflective right now. But my YouTube is almost done, and I'm trying to beat the 3 o'clock. It's 2:41, because if you don't know, my email, the daily email goes out at 3 o'clock, and you can subscribe to that below if you're interested. But YouTube and my internet were not getting along today, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get this uploaded in 19 minutes. But today's So this will be yesterday's video. Ingredient, a 3-ingredient chicken quesadilla that our family loves. Alright guys, this wraps up the meal planning. These came out of the oven. It took 9 minutes for them to bake to about the crispiness that we like. I wrap them individually once they cool in Reynolds wrap and throw them in a bag, pop them in the freezer, and we are done. So just to review, in a little less than a half an hour, we cut up some fruit for water. We made an after-school snack. We refilled our water pitcher. We made tea, and we made a lunch that will last us for more than one day and hopefully a couple of lunches. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Like I said, Monday meal prep is definitely important to me, and I try to do it every week. Even next week when Thanksgiving, I'll still be prepping some things. So if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more in this week-long worth of cooking videos, hit the subscribe button and check out the full details on the blog post linked below. Talk to you later.